Good morning and welcome back to my channel. I wanted to thank all of my new subscribers and thank you for watching. Today I have another fairy journal to share with you, and this one has a woodland theme. She measures 9 inches by 6 inches with a 2-inch spine. There are 3 signatures and 224 pages. So I have used lots of different ephemera in here from different makers and digital kits, and I will list all of those below the video. I'm going to mention a few as I go along and as I try to remember them. And let's get started. I'm not going to do a lot of talking, just pointing a few things out because this is a huge journal. Like the other one, I have used a flower fairy image, some cheesecloth, and some netting, a couple of velvet leaves, and a vintage button. And on this one, instead of the dragonfly, I have used a little butterfly, and I have used the wax, the colored waxes, to add some definition to the little butterfly. As I said, there are three signatures. I've sewn those in with embroidery floss. It's a beautiful batik fabric with a woodland theme. She has, again, the little charm that's the little fairy house door, which I think is so cute. And that's attached with a ball pin. And it ties shut with a sari silk closure. If I can get this untied so we can get into the journal. This sari silk is a little different. It has more of a texture to it. It's not just the smooth, so it's really an interesting sari. On the inside, I have used another batik fabric, and I have done a couple of pockets in the front and the back. And the items that are in the front pocket, I have to thank Carol Laws for the ideas, and Roxy Creations. And this one has some little mushrooms and toadstool, and a couple of little journaling cards here that tuck right in. And then this journaling card has the Lavinia. I've used the Lavinia stamps for the fairy and the little rabbit. And these were using the bank checks, copies of the bank checks, the digital from Lorna Taylor. And that just tucks in here. And then I loved this image. This is a Mrs. Cogg's image, and I've just put it on a little card. You could use it for a bookmark. And then this is another idea from Carol and Laws, and I'll show you the inside of it, and then it's got some little pockets with some things in it that you can add to the journal. I'm going to be sure I'm staying in frame. I've used some bead dangles and some charms in this, so I'll point those out as I go. Lots of journaling space, lots of journaling cards. This is from Nick the Booksmith, again, Lavinia stamps. And these are Arthur Rackham illustrations. He was an illustrator in the early 1900s in England. Love that image. It's butterflies. A little pocket here with another, this is another Arthur Rackham illustration. It's from the Graphics Fairy, The Power to Communicate with Animals. And another little illustration. I've used some washi and some Tracy labels. Let's just tuck in here. A little envelope here. There's a little fairy on the mushroom. You can see that. This is a flip with a beautiful illustration from the See if I can get that in frame. From the Graphics Fairy. And there's journaling space on the back of that. And there's a little dragonfly charm. And then this is one of my favorite illustrations. And there's some washi tape on, sari silk on that. Some rice paper. It's from the Graphics Fairy. The little journaling card to tag. And then in the center folds, I have, as I said, I have little bead dangles. This has a little acorn on it. Another one of the Lavinia stamps. Another tuck spot. A little fairy flying right there. So lots of journaling space. Really pretty illustration. A couple of journaling cards here. Another little flower fairy. Some more Lavinia stamps. Another Arthur Rackham. A cute little fairy with the bunnies. And then I love this illustration. Looks like a little fairy realm. Little fox, again, the Lavinia stamps. And the Tim Holtz die cut and Tracy's labels. There's a couple little tickets here with journaling space on the back of them. A little squirrel. Vellum. Cute little fairy. Mushrooms, more mushrooms. I loved this illustration. This is from Nick the Booksmith. Another little flower fairy. A second signature. Lavinia stamps. Again, Nick the Booksmith. And I've attached the netting with the sparkles on it to this picture. Another little flower fairy, and another card with the fox and the owl from Lavinia. Sorry, silk ruffle. The card. Going to the woods is going home, John Muir. That was really pretty birch trees. Then there's an envelope here with some tickets in it. Another little illustration. Some leaf trim. Another pretty illustration with a die cut. There's a little fairy realm down here. And the center fold has, again, There's a little charm with a fairy on it and some beads. They're dancing in the night, ballet fairies. Another beautiful illustration here. Tea-dyed paper. Another pretty illustration. Some of these are from Mrs. Coggs. Some beautiful things. This is, you recognize the page. And there's a little squirrel here. And again, some Lavinia stamps. Mushrooms. More mushrooms. Another little fairy image. More sari silk ruffle. Another pocket with a really pretty little illustration. She's dancing in a ring of mushrooms, and the little bunnies are watching. And I added a little mushroom there. And this card flips over the side. Again, the Lavinia stamps, and there's journaling space on the back. Another Lavinia stamp. The little Tim Holtz paper doll. And I love this vellum with the leaves. Journaling space. Loom moth. There's another one. Got some washi tape here. And then this is another idea from Carol Laws with the flip. There's a ticket here. This is one of Mrs. Coggs. It's from A Midsummer Night's Dream. That's Puck, and it's the Arthur Rackham illustration. I don't know if I'm saying his name correctly or not. And another Lavinia stamp. And then there's journaling space here. There's a little card in here. I don't know if I'm in frame or not. This is another illustration from Mrs. Coggs. And then I love the bats. There's another card that has the little bat too. It's a journaling space on the back. And a little card, postcard with journaling space. This is another beautiful illustration. I believe this is Rackham also. It's from the Graphics Fairy, Trees of the Earth's Endless Effort to Speak to the Listening Heaven. Lavinia stamps. Envelope. These are illustrations from the Graphics Fairy. I've added some stamps, Lavinia stamps. With a Lavinia stamp. And this is the third. It has a little owl and some beads. Another little fairy riding a bat. Another Arthur Rackham. And again, they're dancing around the mushrooms. Washi tape. Love the owl. washi tape. Another beautiful leaf. And the back pocket has another little folder with a leaf and just lots of little added papers to journal on and 2 large journaling cards. I love this illustration. And this is an Arthur Rackham again, just walking the spider web. So that is her. She will be available in my Etsy shop, and as I said, I will list below the video the kits and different makers, things that I have used. So I hope you like her. Thank you so very much for watching, and have a nice day.